EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, They kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
43 rail. Ready.
Back to the ground with Robinson. Fights out the defender. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 15-yard line. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Here's Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Davis now. He finds his man, complete. It's back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Falcon defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Davis, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Steelers at 3-5, 2 games under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months you know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Davis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Nice move by Lewis. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Able to push his way through. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, fans of old-school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old-school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they run the option on 2nd down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Davis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Okay, right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Going play action. Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18. 60 bison. 60 bison. Warrior 70. Take over.
Operating from the gun, Davis. And that will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
Fight 60. Black Ultra. Hut.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Set, ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready, ready.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Stiff-armed him to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Claws 10. Claws red. Ready.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches wanted to catch the football first.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 22 needle. Set.
Handoff now to Robinson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Davis throwing to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
While their completions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Weber. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Oh, heck of him. There he goes, left side. Deontay Johnson. He's to the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson taking it in. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Come on, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Hey, go steal.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Ritter. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 5. Off play action. Davis. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen for Stevenson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Off the play fake. Davis rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's second and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A final shot before break. Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
taken down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, here's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Ready?
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 95 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Steal! Check steal!
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready! Ready!
Ritter to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Davis. Off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense's sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Right. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That pass complete to Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, go Fury. Set, cut.
Ritter off the play fake. Out to his left. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as 23.
23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw to the right, taken in by Barrios. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Come on.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trap 60.
On 3rd and 2, Durham. And he is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Street.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Panther 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready, set.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 49, Steelers 6. Younghoe Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down. Durham. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Check smash, check smash.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot
ready.
downfield?
This 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go, shot.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here we go.
This is 2nd and 8.
Street. Ready.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On the draw is Stevenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, what a move. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Jack Panther.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Again, it's Stevenson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.